Hi and good morning. Let's look at page 235 to 238 from lesson 9. The topic is ammonia and fertilizers. So, the most important process or the reaction can be used for producing ammonia is Haber-Bosch process. But it was the first reaction, the most important one. But after a while, it improved for producing a large scale of ammonia and with the lowest energy using for the process. So ammonia is important, and I will explain about the benefits of ammonia later in the next slides. But here it is good to know about some properties of ammonia. They are colorless, they are distinctive, small, and less dense than air, and very soluble in water to give alkaline solution. So these are some general information about properties about ammonia, which can be useful, especially in the paper, second paper. In some part, they usually ask some general information. All right. So here on the right column, we can see, one of the most important benefit of ammonia is helping for growing plants and to help farmers. So it was very useful in the time to grow the population, because in a long time ago, people needed to feed their children, their family, and providing food was very important for governments and nations. So ammonia played an important role for growing the population in peacetime. On the other side, in the wartime, so ammonia used for producing explosives, some TNT, or some for exploding during the war. So also there is a good side and bad side, but today we are going to focus on the good side application of ammonia, which can be used as a fertilizers. Um, Nitrogen is unreactive gas, and we learned that the most part of atmosphere is contained of uh, nitrogen gas. They are unreactive, and but they are very important for plant growth and nitrogen fixation. uh, I explained these in the chapter 1, if you remember. So they are unreactive, they cannot move to the plants through the air, but they can go through um, um, soil, and if they are soluble in water, and they can move through the root to the plants. And then because plants need nitrogen for their healthy, for their process. So here you can see harbor process, how harbor process can be helpful to create, to produce ammonia. So as I said, nitrogen is unreactive, and also hydrogen gas is not very reactive, but they can be provided for harbor process, but they are required to be compressed to 200 atmosphere, since they are not reactive. So we need to provide a special condition, a special physical condition for this reaction. For example, high pressure to compress them, and also using catalyst, as we learned in the previous chapters. Catalyst can help to enhance the reaction, the rate of reaction. Also, we can increase the temperature, another physical condition which is temperature. Increase temperature by 450 Celsius can be helpful, and then reaction can be occurred. So the reaction is reversible. That means the product, which is ammonia, is not very stable. It can be reversed to the reactants, which are nitrogen gas and hydrogen gas. So it can be reversed. It can be break down again and then produce the reactants. These can be identified when you get the products, which is a mixture of nitrogen, hydrogen, and the ammonia. After you getting the product is a mixture. That means it's not very the product is not purely ammonia. On the right side you can see this process. There is input by nitrogen gas and hydrogen gas. They can then after that compressed they will be compressed at 200 atmosphere, and then they can go through the catalyst bed, and then after that there will be a temperature, the condition on the temperature make them cooler here, and if they change to the liquid form, that means it's ammonia, and we can collect at the bottom of this container. If it's still in form of gas, so it can be pumped and then recycled again to the bed of the catalyst. So here you can see that fertilizer is the most common use of ammonia produced by the Haber process that we learned, and the other application like a nylon, producing nylon, or nitric acid, or other applications are less common use of ammonia. Ammonia nitrates and other fertilizers. So ammonium nitrate is the most important one as a fertilizer, and so here on the right side you can see how it can be produced. The ammonia which used in the previous here in the previous Haber process can be mixed with the nitric acid to produce ammonia nitrite. Ammonia nitrite is very important because it's soluble. And fertilizer is supposed to be soluble in water because solubility is important. If cannot be solubilized in the water, so it's very hard for plants to withdraw the solution from the soil. So it must be solubilized in the water. Then it can be very easy for plants to withdraw from the soil. So um, in this compound there are two types of nitrates, two types of compounds, which is ammonium compounds and also nitrates. Both are soluble, and the ammonium nitrate provide both ions. Okay, these ammonium nitrates provide both which is nitrates and ammonium parts, which is NH4 plus and an O3 minus anion. So ammonium nitrate has these advantages that can provide both ions. So that's why it's very important. But one problem faced with this ammonium nitrate is acidity. When they mix to the soil, it make the soil a bit acidic. So to overcome this problem, chalk, which is calcium carbonate, can be added to the soil, so the problem will be solved. And then here another, the last topic is why fertilizers are important for plants. So for producing fruits are actually for a plant, photosynthesis is very important, but how they can implement the photosynthesis. They need carbon dioxide, they need water, they need light, and another important part is minerals. The minerals can be provided by soil, but in the same land, the farmer using same land for producing plants and crops for many times, so the mineral can be, and the land will be lack of minerals, so there will be not enough minerals as long as it's replaced by artificial fertilizer. Fertilizers, as there are many types of fertilizers artificially can be produced, and it can they can add more minerals to the soil. The most important minerals, actually elements, that can be helpful for growing plants is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassiums. So these three elements are very important. That's why many fertilizers are contained of these three together, which is called NPK fertilizers. NPK fertilizers contains of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium all together. And here I select the question from your page, the page of the book. It is very helpful for for your memorization, because each question starts with how, why. So while you are memorizing and learning your lessons, try to use these words: why it happened, how it happened. So asking these questions to yourself, it will help you to give the answer and memorize better. Thank you so much. Stay safe at home. Thank you.